Hello everyone, I'm Steve, Mark's working late tonight, and this is Smokey Steve and Mark. Either welcome or welcome back, and happy Thursday. We're getting there. Almost the weekend. Almost the weekend. So I hope everyone's well, everyone's safe, look after yourselves, look after people you care about, follow public health protocols in these increasingly interesting times in which we live. So, we're going to pick up sort of where we left off. All these weeks are kind of bleeding together with our series Life After Caretaking, which follows creator Cynthia Beaumont. For anyone who's not familiar with, or just to catch you up quick, followed Cynthia for years and started reviewing her channel on our channel around when her husband became ill, Tommy Beaumont. That was probably about a year ago. And he got very sick and then passed away about 6 months ago. And she's been the head of the channel ever since, and it's taken a lot of different directions. And one of the directions it's taken as of, I don't want to say late, but, sort of recently, is drama. Clapbacks, if you will. Reactions to reactors, to family members, to all sorts of situations. And those get pretty much a lot of views. She has other content. She puts out about like 4 or 5 videos a day, and the other ones are usually slightly less views. Like her hauls do pretty good, and if she gets a fan mail thing, it might have like 1,000 some views. And she's a smaller channel. I mean, we're a very small channel, but she's on the smaller side, about 15,000 subs or so. So, like cats eating lollipops, which they make treats for cats. Come on, don't feed your cat sugar just to own haters. Just buy something for the cat. Intermittent with videos like that, and then the big pop ones. Well, the big pops last week were stalker talk. There was a couple videos during the last period, I believe, since we talked, where a person who identified himself as Jimmy Gleason, who was a former friend of Cynthia, who she's known since childhood, took responsibility for the stalking, as Cynthia is framing it as stalking. That's up to a judge, I suppose. He took responsibility for it, and then later it had come out that there was footage of it that was leaked out. Leaked, spread, these are all it came out in the open, and it was seen by Cynthia, and it was seen by a ton of other people too. So she has that information now. Interesting to note that shortly after both of those videos came up with Jimmy, there was one with receipts and one without. And the one with receipts, she totally smeared a ton of people. Showed pictures of Jimmy's wife, his friends, all these other people, suggesting that if something happened to Cynthia, they should be looked for in the untimely event of her death, should Jimmy kill her or something. So she wrote a whole narrative in which she's the victim, and then identified all the players like it's effing Clue as to who could have been. Whatever. That video is gone completely, and even without the receipts, it's gone. So, Cynthia may be seeking legal advice for X, Y, or Z. Usually, you're not on the right side of things when your legal advice is delete your damn videos, cover your ass. Cover your ass is usually not for the person who's on the right side of things. I don't know. But I'm not a lawyer, so we'll see how things shake down. So going into this week, there was a couple things that jumped out. One, start light. You can make a video out of frickin' anything, and Cynthia shows this to us all. Now, YouTube is YouTube, and there are niches for everything. She jokes, I hope, about the foot fetish crew that watch her. She is not wrong in acknowledging that there is a niche for everything. And quite frankly, well, I wouldn't watch, and the reviews for her channel would stop dead in their tracks, and we'll find something else to do on Thursdays if that was the direction. I'd be happy for her. You know how much less drama she could probably still pick up a stalker, but there'd be so much less drama. And I think people would send her shoes, probably, to try on. It's another one of those things maybe in that community. But it would involve less of this crap, in her life. At this point, she's in a tough position, I think, because crap and drama means views. She doesn't have anything else that she can do or that she's put up which is going to make enough money for her. Now, it's clear at the moment there's money coming from somewhere else. She's not taking in $700 a month on YouTube, even if she is getting free groceries. and clothing and stuff mailed in the mail to keep up with the rest of what's going on. I don't know how much Cynthia has coming in, but it's more than enough to pay all her bills and do a little shopping of her own without anyone else giving her anything that she. Well, I think when she says she's out of things, it doesn't mean she can't afford it. It means she doesn't have easy access to a grocery store until another couple weeks. So she is out, but she's not broke out. She's can't get to the store for a little while out. So it's not poverty, it's inconvenience, which is a little different. She did have hard times. I'm sure she did. I think right after Tommy passed away, there was a lull where she didn't have a lot of income coming in, and probably month to month. I don't know what to her she needs to have in the bank or whatever to feel safe. She could be one of those people that needs $5,000 in the bank to feel safe and won't touch it, even in hard times. Who knows? I suspect not, but who knows? So anything can be made into a video. Absolutely anything. I don't know if I'm going to go this route with our channel, but we have some things that could have been less than interesting that did make it and got a few views. So the next thing was plumbing. There was it clickbait? I don't know. I don't know if it was clickbait or if it was not clickbait. What was the title? On the cusp of drama, it was a little bit, oh, fan mail. Let me not leave fan mail out of this. Advent calendars. They're going to overflow with. They are going to overflow with. You make me so happy. Thank you for sending it to me. We'll get to answers to all your sick questions. Clapback of the century. Which I think she wanted to get more than a few thousand views, but that's all it got. Where are we? Ugh. Never a dull moment. Now what? So that was about plumbing and not having access to water for a period of time. And then she loved her new sinks. And that was another video. So literally anything can be a video. Now, when you're a lifestyle channel, I mean, the point of this channel, I think, is Cynthia. Not really about what she's doing. It's that she's doing it. And you're seeing her in a whole different, this is bugging me. It's a little better. A whole different set of circumstances in doing different things. So it's Cynthia crafting. It's Cynthia, it used to be Cynthia going to New York and Cynthia trying different foods, and you would see Cynthia in different circumstances. COVID, I know, puts a lot of us in the house. You don't see us out and about everywhere. And Mark and I don't leave the house that often either. But, you know, things get a little stale when you're stuck indoors. They get a little dry. And plumbing becomes content. So be it. Got a new sink? I'm happy for you. I'd like a new sink. Yay. You know. So then we get to the clapback of the century, as it were. We'll touch at the end about mukbangs that should be banned for sexual content. So the clap, I just need her face up. All the answers you've been waiting for. The truth. Answers to all your sick questions, clapback of the century. So, dumbfuck is kind of a thing, I think it's dumbfuck. It's thrown around quite a bit to describe pretty much everyone who doubted her version of events, of what was going on. I do have to say, and if this is incorrect, or, you know, someone fact check me on this, because my memory is not 100%, and as I was doing my research, I couldn't pluck it out. The original note that came, that said, Cynthia Beaumont is a racist. The police were called, according to Cynthia, weren't they? And it was fingerprinted, and I don't know, there was a lot of hullabaloo in that first video about police involvement. And then somehow I got the impression later that that didn't actually happen. Fact check me, because I'm not 100% sure that what I heard initially is actually true. She was very smug in this video. Very smug. Did she earn it? Well, Cynthia isn't always, you know, what's the word? Honest. And her interpretation of reality can be a little grand. You know. So I think she's done some Googling, definitely. And she seems like the kind of person that would have a lawyer on retainer because she gets into fights all the time with people and wants to sue. I suspect Cynthia has slipped and fallen in front of a supermarket more than once and tried to sue. Just, you know, there's a certain type of personality. You know, I feel offended, I'll sue. I was sexually harassed, I'll sue. I was this, I'll sue. This, for more of a criminal thing, you know, she can pursue it however he wants. Jimmy doesn't seem bothered worth a damn at all. He's like, here, do something. Do something. So she goes through the video, and, you know, it was this. Where's your crystal ball, Steve? Well, I don't know. I'm looking at my crystal ball, and look what I found. I laughed my ass off this entire video. Not because I enjoy the suffering of others, not that I'm good for a bit of Schadenfreude, or Schadenfreude, you know, Google it. But here's where it took a turn where two things came up to me. One, this is okay to laugh at. Two, maybe this isn't okay to laugh at and I shouldn't be reviewing the channel. Okay. One, first time it felt like it was okay to laugh at. When she decides that Jimmy and Stan are in cahoots because Stan is a puppet master. Now, why it might be okay to laugh at. One, she's... like just... He mentioned Stan's name. Okay. He mentioned Stan's name. For your uncle. Point of reference? Making a video for this person, that person, I don't know. More will probably be revealed. This is like an onion. The more layers you take off, the more it stinks. And how many characters are in play and who knows what. So she ran with that and decided that they're all in on it together and that Stan has been harassing her for years. It's like, not to get political, but you'll hear about, people in certain parties say, like, Trump derangement syndrome, like, he can't do anything right, he can't do anything right. Again, I'm a bedwetting liberal. This is just an example. I think she has Stan derangement syndrome. Like, Stan can breathe facing west, and if it's anywhere in her direction, he's trying to give her COVID. Anything. Absolutely anything he can do would be an attack on her personally, somehow. And I don't think... So right when she pulled him into it, I was like, this is bullshit. This is total bullshit. One, it really is a private matter. It really should be a private matter at this point. I think I said last week this should be off YouTube. At this point, when the person who you feel afraid of, you know, I know it's maybe making you feel a little famous, but if you're afraid of a person, you know, making a lot of videos about it may not be the best idea. Maybe pull back a little bit. Now, I've seen that she's been putting up a lot of stock footage. I don't know if she had, what is it, like 30 videos stockpiled. It's a lot of taste testing. It's a lot of, she's wearing the same clothes, so she probably sat down and filmed like 4 videos in a row, and she's mixing them up a little bit. And they're the usual moderate view videos, you know, 6, 7, 8, 900 views, which is, you know, about right. The fan mail videos get a little higher. She ate some ice cream. It was just for fans only. That's all I can say. I watched it, and God bless her. There goes my last shred of heterosexuality. Just gone. Gone. I was saving that in case I wanted a kid someday. So this was the turning point, like I said a minute ago. One, it felt safe to laugh, and then I reflected a little bit, because it felt safe to laugh because now she's departed so far from reality to me. First of all, if it is, it probably is far from reality. Two, if it's not, it's so bizarre. You know, who are the people on the chessboard here? You've got Cynthia, who exaggerates, makes stuff up, probably Googled half of the things that happened, maybe pursuing this in the middle of, you know, all that's going on in the world right now. Priority 1 for her. You know, she was broke, she didn't have food, there's a pandemic, she's afraid to leave the house, she had nobody, no husband, no resources, and the first thing on her mind, the best reason to leave, is to file court papers for harassment. Not to go to the store, not to take an Uber to get some food, nothing. Not to pay somebody to go to the pharmacy, but this was the thing she was going to leave the house and do for herself. Spite. Nothing could get her out of the house other than spite and a doctor's appointment. So, albeit, it's anybody's right if they feel like they've been the victim of a crime to report it. That is true. If Cynthia feels that's the case, that is her right to go do. We will see how it pans out. We will see. If we don't see from Cynthia, Jimmy doesn't seem to be shy about putting somewhere his information, giving it to it comes to the surface. So I guess we will find out from Jimmy if he's served with any papers, which I don't know if that's even the protocol for being served with charges like that across state lines. I don't know. So it's funny because it was like, okay, she's gone. And then it's not funny because am I watching someone having a mental health crisis? Okay. So if Cynthia is just a raging, you know, biatch and just doing her thing and making life miserable for other people, and someone's finally making hers miserable and she thinks it's unacceptable, and it's, and then it's lawyers and blah blah blah, that's one thing. But if she's actually having a break from reality where she's believing that there's large numbers of people conspiring against her, and the fact that the information about Jimmy was verified gives her that go ahead to now validate any other conspiracy theory that she has in her head, because this one proved to be true. So now all these other ones are true. So now any and everything she ever believed about Stan specifically, I think she's going to feel was all true the whole time. Anything. Stan was going to be responsible for, I don't know, the Challenger disaster. Like everything. Anything and everything you could think of. D-Day, all of it. Stan's fault, because now she feels like she's been vindicated in this one situation, and that means if she's right about that, she's been right about everything. Like I told you, she's going to sit there alone in that apartment feeling right, but alone, and the only people who agree with her are sending her steak. So I mean, that's, I like being right too, but so where do we go from here? Well, I don't know. More will be revealed. And again, I'm towing the line in my own head with, am I watching a person who is mentally ill at the moment? She would probably tell you she has PTSD. I don't think she's ever been in front of a psychiatrist because I don't think she thinks she needs one. So she probably made it up and said she has it. She said Tommy had it from being in the hospital when he was there. Again, people make up psychiatric labels when they're convenient to win pity and sympathy. But getting swatted would probably give you PTSD. I think that might do it. And, she emphasized that very clearly, that she never had anything to do. And she said Pam's name, actually, that she never had anything to do with Pam being swatted or anything like that, because she's a Catholic and she has values beyond that. Good for her. Good for her. It's good to have goals. Go to heaven. That's ambitious. I don't know. More will be revealed out of this. If she's going crazy, like, going from crazy behavior on YouTube to, like, what looks like a person having a manic or psychotic episode on camera, I don't know if I feel like making snide jabs at that is okay. We're going to have to see how things go week to week at this point. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking she's probably just turning it on real hot for the camera, and that this will kind of settle down. This ongoing stalker law drama is going to continue. It'll continue by bits and pieces. She'll give little bits and pieces of information. That's what the crystal ball says. So, and in between, we're going to get more and more cats with lollipops and unboxings and the usual Cynthia stuff. And frankly, it's not that I don't want her to have a successful channel. I just wish she was successful at the kind of stuff that was not dramatic, that was not, clapbacks, that was not this fake ghetto nonsense. She would crumble in public if she had to get into a fight with somebody. If she had to get into a fight here or there. She would turn into Karen, probably immediately, and start making a stink and want to talk to the manager or talk to the bus driver or say somebody's eating something on the subway and it's against the rules and make a fit. She just has that personality type. So there will be more drama. More will be revealed. Maybe best to take Cynthia's position that she had given me and maybe keep a couple crystal balls. What are the possible directions this could go rather than one? Because I certainly don't know what the hell's going on with her, and frankly, I don't know if she does either. One email and she could set off on a tirade for 3 days. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And if she does slip from being just, you know, obnoxious into being unwell, I'll share some thoughts on that. But if it continues to go on, we're going to have to talk. So we'll see. We'll see. So thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on the Twitter. Our handle is at SmokeySteveA. Our email address and our contact information is all listed down below. Thank you again, and Mark and I will catch up with you tomorrow. We are actually doing something a little sweet, a little desserty, something fall, something festive. And we're using an Instant Pot to do it. So check it out. See you tomorrow. Bye.